guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make my planner tabs. It's super easy, super simple, and it's a wonderful way to personalise your planner. I know a few of you have asked me how to do these, so let's get started. For any of you that don't know or haven't seen, these are my current planner tabs in my planner. As you can see, I have pink and I have blue, and they run all the way along. They are lovely, they're durable, and they're a real easy make. So let's get started. The things you'll need for this are either some paper of your chosen design or some cardstock. It's your preference whether you prefer something a bit thicker or whether you want thin. Now these tabs are completely designed to make as less sort of bulk as possible, because I know that everybody's trying to make sure their planner's not overly thick and overly heavy. So let me take one of mine out of my planner. Okay, so this is one of mine from my planner. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's quite small. It's just a little piece. It's very, very thin, and it's just fixed with a paper clip at the back. And you thought it was going to be hard, didn't you? So let's get started. You will either need to make a template on paper and then draw around it, or you'll need to use a computer program. Now I use Microsoft Publisher for mine as I'm in the UK. You can use anything from Word, you can use anything on like an Apple Mac, you can use Photoshop, you can use absolutely anything. It's really easy. Or you can make them from sort of pre-made symbols. So for example, these are some of my stickers that I use in my planners that I got from, I can't remember where I got them from, but you could just print those, cut around them and use those instead. You could make smiley faces or animals, anything you want. So it's really easy and it's a lovely thing to do. It doesn't take very long. So this is what my program looks like. I've zoomed in quite a bit so you can see the detail, but this is how I have them set up. So this area here, as you can see with the highlights, are actually two separate areas. So if I pull that away, I have this bottom area that's in the shape of like a very fat page flag, and then I have this top bit that's just a bracket, like an upside down bracket. Now when I use this is wonderful, because it means, if you can see it, it means I've got these perfectly in line with everybody else. So when I cut around it, I get a nice neat edge. Now this is just the size and the style I wanted mine to be. Moving on to sizing. Sizing is probably the most important part of making these. So when you make them, you need to take into account what size bits you want above. So here, what size bit you want sticking above your page, what size bit you want sticking down from your page, and you need to decide how many you want so you know how wide they're going to be. Your best bet is to do the very first thing, is to write down how many you want. So I know that I want 9 in my planner. So all I did, because I have an A5, is I just divided the width of an A5 page by 9. Now if I go into this one, into the format area and show you the size. So for me, 9 divided is 1.64 centimetres. So that is how wide all of my tabs have to be, so that firstly they don't overlap on the planner pages, and secondly I can fit them in and actually see all of them in a row. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people that hate to have a tab that's stuck behind another one and I can't see it very clearly. So next thing you need to decide is your height. Mine are set at 2 centimetres. Now this 2 centimetres is this bit from here to here. Forget that bit completely for the moment. It's just this space. This is what is going to be in line with your page. So this is the piece of your tab that is going to be sitting on top of your page. Now the reason mine's 2 centimetres is my paper clips are actually 2 centimetres long. They're very, very small, but I wanted nice small ones because I'm only holding one sheet of paper at a time. So having them 2 centimetres means, if you can just see there, that the paper clip starts at the line and it goes down just below the page here, but it means when I turn it round, the piece of paper will come up to there, so you will actually see no signs of the paper clip at all, which means it looks quite nice and neat. I find it really helpful. Once you've decided your style, you've planned your size, you need to just space them out and get them ready for printing or cutting. So what I would do after this is I would print out these. I printed one in baby blue and I printed one in a baby pink. And it means, yes, that I have 2 sets of everything, but it means if one breaks or I just don't like the colour anymore, I can, you know, get another one without having to worry about it. Once you've printed them, I tend to cut them along the bottom, and there's not a lot of room at the top, so I don't bother with that, and then I laminate them. I just like to laminate them. I find it's a bit easier, it makes them a bit sturdier. And the other thing I can sometimes do is, I don't do it very often, but if I have to, sometimes I can just write something on there if I have a really small note. Once you've laminated them, you then just simply have to cut round them. Whatever your shape is, just cut round it and you're on your way. The only bit I would say is make sure your wording fits nicely in the boxes. The last thing you want, so for example this one, it's not up to the edges. That one was quite up to the edges and I didn't enjoy it quite as much. This one was nice and clear. When I looked at it, I knew exactly what it said. It was really easy to read. Even if it was sideways, it was quite easy to read, and I found that really helpful. So in sort of hindsight, I probably wouldn't have this word as big because it was just sort of too close to the edge and I didn't enjoy it. So once you've got them, you've cut them out and you've got sort of, you know, 10 or 15 of these sitting down, the next thing you have to do is fix something to the bag. Now you can fix these in various ways. The way I did mine is with a paper clip. I use a hot glue gun on mine. Let me get that back out a bit, there we go. So as you can just see it here, just this tiny little lump. I just pop a bit of glue on the paper clip itself and then I press, not with my finger, but I press the paper clip onto it. And then I turn it round and I fix a little bit of hot glue to the inside tab. Now one of the things you might be able to see on here is actually the slight bend of the paper clip. If you can just see it, if I put it against that line. I do this so that there's no way that this part of the paper clip can get stuck to the other part, which means when you've hot glue gunned, you're not going to end up with an unusable tab and it will just slot nicely onto your paper like that. So yeah, I mean, I use that. I found it really easy. Paper clips are really cheap. Hot glue gun is not an expensive piece of kit to have. A lot of people already have them. 2 little dollops of glue and you're there. The other thing you can do, if you're going to make these a lot longer, so for example it was sort of that long all the way down there, you can actually cut a slit down each side, down there and keep going all the way along and use it like a bookmark, so just slot it in. You could print 2 of these, attach a little bit of like a magnet to the back of each one and just, you know, magnet it onto your page. You could do anything you wanted to do to make it yours. And really the nice thing about these, the thing I like the most about these, is I can make them exactly as I wanted to make them. It's lovely when you go on places like Etsy and everybody else has made these wonderful things, but to me it's one of those, you know, somebody else has made it and it's not necessarily exactly what I'm looking for. So at least with these you can do whatever you want. So I really hope this has helped you. I really hope that you get the, you know, inspiration going and you can make your own. And just a quick look, I'll just show you what one of these looks like in my planner. That's what the front looks like. It's a little bit wonky at the moment, but you just scooch it to the side, but that's how they look. Now I decided that I did want to leave the line on there just to make it a little bit easier for myself, but that's what they look like in the end. That's their general layout, and you can just pick them up and move them as and when, and all you have to do is just make sure sort of each time that they, as you can see, they sort of go 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah. It's a really easy idea, and I hope some of you will try it. If you do try it, please sort of let me know in the comments below and sort of share your story with me. And if you have any questions, also pop them in the comments below and I'll definitely get back to you with those. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to see my other videos for planner setups and other bits. Take care guys, bye bye.